Over 1,000 years ago, the Navajo, or Diné as they call themselves, began a remarkable journey from the distant north, eventually settling in the majestic landscapes of the American Southwest. In the vast deserts, deep canyons, and towering mesas of what is now Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, they established a culture rich in spirituality, art, and resilience. Their story is woven with ancient myths, enduring traditions, and moments of profound historical significance. Here are 15 fascinating facts about the Navajo. Fact number 1. The Navajo view their homeland as a living entity, holding their spiritual and cultural identity. The Navajo have a profound connection to their homeland, which they refer to as Diné Bikea, meaning the people's land. This land is not merely a physical space, but a vital part of their cultural and spiritual identity. The land's significance is intricately embedded in their myths, songs, and ceremonies, which reflect a deep respect for nature and the cosmos. Diné Bikea extends beyond the geographic boundaries recognized by modern maps, encompassing everything that is sacred to the Navajo way of life. This land is integral to their sense of self and community, serving as the foundation for their spiritual practices and cultural traditions. It is through their relationship with Diné Bikea that the Navajo maintain a connection to their ancestors and the spiritual world. The land, in this sense, is a living entity, essential to the continuation of the Navajo people. Fact number 2. The Navajo's world is guarded by 4 sacred mountains, each holding deep spiritual significance. The Navajo people hold 4 mountains as sacred, each marking the boundaries of their traditional homeland. These mountains, Mount Blanca in the east, Mount Taylor in the south, the San Francisco Peaks in the west, and Mount Hesperas in the north, are considered the pillars that hold up the Navajo world. Each mountain is associated with specific colors, spiritual beings, and stories that are integral to the Navajo creation narrative. The mountains serve as guardians, providing protection and balance to the Navajo people. The spiritual significance of these mountains is reflected in many Navajo ceremonies and teachings. They are seen as more than mere geographical features. They are the living embodiments of the forces that shape and sustain the world. To this day, the Navajo people make pilgrimages to these mountains to offer prayers and reaffirm their connection to their sacred homeland. Fact number 3. The Navajo's unique matrilineal kinship system defines their social structure and clan identity. The Navajo kinship system is matrilineal, meaning that lineage, inheritance, and clan identity are traced through the mother's line. This system shapes every aspect of Navajo life, from social relationships to property ownership. The Navajo people belong to one of many clans known as Diné Ke, and these clans dictate marriage rules, inheritance rights, and social responsibilities. The matrilineal system ensures that Navajo women hold a central role in maintaining the family and community structure, passing down cultural knowledge and traditions. Clan identity is in fact so crucial that upon meeting someone, a Navajo person will often introduce themselves by naming their maternal and paternal clans, establishing relationships based on this shared kinship. This system creates a network of extended families, fostering a sense of belonging and mutual responsibility within the community. It is through this kinship system that the Navajo maintain their cultural continuity and social cohesion. Fact number 4. Traditional Navajo homes are specifically designed to exist harmoniously with the natural world. The traditional Navajo dwelling, known as a hogan, is much more than a simple shelter. It is a sacred space that embodies the Navajo worldview. Hogans are typically round or octagonal structures made from logs, mud, and earth, with the entrance always facing east to welcome each new dawn. This orientation is deeply symbolic, representing the beginning of life and the importance of harmony with the natural world. The design of the hogan reflects the Navajo belief in living in balance with nature. The materials used to build a hogan are sourced from the earth, and the structure itself is seen as a microcosm of the universe. Even in modern times, the hogan remains an important cultural symbol, often used in ceremonial contexts to maintain a connection to traditional ways of life. Fact number 5. Navajo weaving is a revered art form, with each intricate pattern reflecting a unique story. Navajo weaving is one of the most celebrated art forms in Native American culture, known for its intricate patterns and vibrant colors. This tradition dates back centuries and was initially influenced by Pueblo weaving techniques. However, the Navajo quickly developed their own distinct style, characterized by geometric designs that often symbolize elements of their cosmology. Each rug or blanket is not only a work of art, but also a representation of the weaver's skill, patience, and spiritual beliefs. Weaving is traditionally done by Navajo women, and it holds significant cultural and spiritual meaning. The process of creating a textile is seen as a meditative act that connects the weaver to the stories and prayers embedded within the patterns. The finished products, whether they are used in trade or ceremonial contexts, are treasured for their beauty and the deep cultural heritage they represent. Fact number 6. Navajo silversmiths craft incredibly intricate jewelry, blending tradition with artistic ingenuity. Navajo silversmithing, particularly their turquoise jewelry, is renowned for its craftsmanship and artistry. Introduced to the Navajo in the late 19th century, the craft quickly became a vital part of their cultural expression. Navajo silversmiths are known for their skill in creating intricate designs that incorporate symbols of nature and spirituality, often using turquoise, a stone sacred to the Navajo, representing life, health, and protection. The jewelry is not only an art form, but also a symbol of identity and status within the community. Each piece of Navajo silverwork is unique, often telling a story or embodying a specific cultural or spiritual significance. The tradition has been passed down through generations, with techniques and designs evolving over time. Today, Navajo silverwork is highly sought after, both within and outside the Navajo Nation, appreciated for its beauty, craftsmanship, and the deep cultural legacy it represents. Fact number 7. The Navajo have a profound connection with horses, making them integral to various aspects of life. Horses hold a significant and revered place in Navajo culture, symbolizing freedom and strength. Introduced to the Navajo by the Spanish in the 16th century, horses quickly became integral to Navajo life. The Navajo people developed a deep bond with these animals, becoming skilled horsemen who relied on horses for a variety of purposes, including herding sheep, transportation, and trade. Horses also played a role in social and ceremonial contexts, often being featured in celebrations and traditional practices. Beyond their practical uses, horses are deeply embedded in Navajo art, stories, and songs, where they are often depicted as symbols of endurance and spiritual guidance. This relationship between the Navajo and horses reflects the broader Navajo respect for animals and the natural world. In Navajo belief, horses are seen not only as physical companions, but as spiritual beings that embody the qualities of resilience and harmony with nature. Fact number 8. The tragic Long Walk marks a dark chapter in Navajo history, filled with hardship and suffering. The Long Walk of 1864 is one of the most tragic events in Navajo history. Under the U.S. government's orders, thousands of Navajo people were forcibly removed from their ancestral lands and marched over 300 miles to Fort Sumner in eastern New Mexico. This journey, marked by extreme hardship, hunger, and death, is remembered as a dark chapter in the Navajo's history. Upon arrival, the Navajo were held in deplorable conditions at Bosque Redondo, a reservation that was ill-suited for their way of life. The experience of the Long Walk left deep scars on the Navajo people, but it also became a powerful symbol of resilience and survival. After 4 years of suffering, the Navajo were allowed to return to a portion of their homeland, where they began the difficult process of rebuilding their lives and preserving their culture. This event remains a defining moment in Navajo history, shaping their identity and their relationship with the United States. Fact number 9. The Navajo Nation has developed a highly sophisticated system of self-governance. The Navajo Nation boasts one of the most sophisticated and autonomous tribal governments in the United States. Established in the early 20th century, the Navajo government has evolved into a complex system with executive, legislative, and judicial branches, mirroring the structure of the U.S. government. This government is responsible for managing the vast Navajo Reservation, which is the largest Native American reservation in the country. The Navajo Nation exercises significant control over its affairs, including education, healthcare, and law enforcement, serving as a model of indigenous self-governance. The Navajo government's success is rooted in its ability to balance traditional Navajo values with the demands of modern governance. Leaders within the Navajo Nation work to ensure that decisions reflect the cultural and spiritual values of the Navajo people while addressing contemporary challenges. This balance has allowed the Navajo Nation to maintain its sovereignty and continue thriving as a distinct and powerful cultural entity. Fact number 10. The Navajo language uses tonal distinctions in conjunction with a unique verb structure. The Navajo language, known as Diné-Bizaad, is a complex and richly expressive language characterized by its use of tone, verb-based structure, and intricate grammar. Unlike English, which relies heavily on word order, Navajo is an agglutinative language, meaning that words are often formed by adding various prefixes, suffixes, and infixes to root verbs. This structure allows for a high degree of specificity and nuance in communication. For example, the verb to go can be modified in numerous ways to convey not only who is going, but also how, where, and when they are moving. Navajo also employs a system of tonal distinctions, where the pitch of a word can change its meaning entirely. For instance, the word ta with a high tone means just or only, while with a low tone, it can mean the very one. This tonal aspect, combined with its verb-centric nature, makes Diné-Bizaad both challenging to learn and uniquely powerful in expressing the Navajo worldview. Fact number 11. Navajo code talkers created an unbreakable code that was vital during World War II. During World War II, the Navajo code talkers played a crucial role in the Pacific Campaign, developing and using a code based on their language that was virtually unbreakable. This code was used to transmit messages that were essential to the success of military operations, particularly in the Battle of Iwo Jima, where the code talkers' transmissions helped secure a decisive victory. The bravery and skill of these men have since been recognized as one of the most remarkable contributions to the war effort by any group. The legacy of the Navajo code talkers extends beyond their military achievements. Their story is a powerful testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the Navajo people, who took a language that had once been suppressed and turned it into a tool for victory. Today, the code talkers are celebrated as heroes within the Navajo Nation and across the United States, and their legacy continues to inspire. Fact number 12. Navajo sand painting is a sacred art used in healing ceremonies to restore harmony and balance. Navajo sand painting, known as Ika, is a sacred art form used primarily in healing ceremonies. These intricate designs are created by carefully placing colored sand to form patterns that represent various spiritual and natural elements. Each sand painting is a reflection of the Navajo cosmology, depicting the forces of nature and the spiritual beings that are believed to bring balance and harmony to the world. The process of creating a sand painting is highly ritualistic, performed by skilled medicine men as part of ceremonies intended to heal the sick. The sand paintings are temporary, as they are destroyed at the end of the ceremony to release the healing power contained within them. This impermanence underscores the belief that the sand painting serves as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, restoring balance to the patient. While these artworks are often admired for their beauty, their true significance lies in their role within Navajo spiritual practices. Fact number 13. The Navajo perform complex rituals for guidance and protection through different life stages. Rituals are central to Navajo spiritual life, serving as a means to restore balance and harmony within individuals and the community. One of the most important is the Blessing Way, which is designed to protect and guide individuals through the various stages of life. Unlike other rituals that may address specific issues or illnesses, the Blessing Way is a preventive ceremony that emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with the world around us. It involves songs and prayers that draw upon the power of the earth, sky, and sacred mountains. Other ceremonies, such as the Enemy Way or the Night Way, are more specific, addressing particular problems or illnesses. Each ceremony is conducted by a medicine man who has been trained in the complex rituals and knowledge required to perform these sacred duties. Through these ceremonies, the Navajo people maintain their connection to the spiritual world and ensure the well-being of their community. Fact number 14, the Navajo Nation is the largest and one of the most populous Native American reservations. The Navajo Nation is the largest Native American reservation in the United States, covering more than 27,000 square miles across Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. This vast territory is home to a population of over 300,000 Navajo people, making it not only the largest reservation in terms of land, but also one of the most populous. The reservation's landscape is diverse, ranging from high desert to forested mountains, reflecting the varied geography that the Navajo people have traditionally inhabited. The Navajo Nation's size and population give it significant political and cultural influence among Native American tribes. The nation operates its own government, schools, and health systems, providing services to its people and preserving its sovereignty. The land itself is considered sacred, and the Navajo people's relationship with it remains a cornerstone of their identity and spirituality. Fact number 15, Navajo language and traditions are being revitalized, ensuring they thrive for future generations. In recent years, there has been a strong and concerted effort within the Navajo Nation to revitalize and preserve their language and cultural traditions. This movement is driven by the understanding that the survival of the Navajo identity depends on passing down these essential elements to future generations. Schools within the Navajo Nation have incorporated Diné language programs, and cultural ceremonies are increasingly being taught to the youth. This revival is not just about preserving the past, but also about ensuring that Navajo culture continues to thrive in a rapidly changing world. The resurgence of interest in Navajo language and traditions is seen as a way to strengthen the community and foster a sense of pride among younger Navajos. Initiatives such as language immersion programs, cultural workshops, and community events are helping to bridge the gap between the older and younger generations, ensuring that the Navajo way of life endures for centuries to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more fascinating content and untold history.